Welcome to the back podcast.
Whew.
I didn't think we were gonna get it actually.
No, I know.
Welcome to another episode. It's a little thing different. We have a new setup.
Yeah.
New camera setup. Trying it out. This is actually our second time
today
recording because, in all transparency, the first go around went complete
really bad.
Shit. Horrible. Meltdown on both our parts.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just been like the past few days, like since Thursday has been really stressful.
It's been that kind of day. It's been one of those days. Man City just lost in the Champions League to Real Madrid. Pain.
3 hours of my life I'll never get back.
Spain without the S.
Oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, maybe we'll win the league though.
Yeah.
God, that's so sad.
I'm sorry. Okay, so yes, it's been since Thursday. So because
listen to Minecraft music to sleep tonight.
I'm sorry. We had a garage sale this past weekend to help raise money for this new equipment.
Yeah.
And to pay some bills too. Yeah. And we had it on Friday and Saturday, and I've never had a garage sale in this neighborhood, and I learned a hard lesson that apparently it doesn't do well in this neighborhood, and definitely don't do it on Fridays. So what is it? I think I got up at 5:30 Friday and Saturday to make sure that like I had jacks walked and pull everything out, because if you've never had a garage sale before, no matter what time you say it starts at, people will be there an hour before.
Yeah.
So I put 9:00, but there were literally people there at 7:30. And it was just very draining. I ended up getting sunburnt, and Dakota, you were sick.
Yeah.
I was you've been sick.
I was sick basically 2 weeks prior to that point. And then, just after that is when I just started feeling better.
And so it was just I
feel like we've been on go. I feel like we haven't had a break.
Yeah.
In the past, for me, it feels like 3 weeks. It's just been
oh, mine's all my life, but yes.
Yeah. Always, constantly.
Right.
Stressed out.
So it's just I was so exhausted after that, and then one of the pieces of equipment got here a day later than we expected.
Yeah.
And then it was supposed to be here between 10 and 2 yesterday. So we switched. We normally record on Tuesdays. Today's Wednesday. We switched the days of recording because it said somebody needed to be there to sign for the equipment.
They lied.
They just left it.
They lied.
And they
they
didn't get here between 10 and 2.
Lied.
B, they did not even ring the doorbell. So I just feel like everything that could go wrong has gone wrong.
Yes.
As far as trying to, and neither of us do really well with change.
No.
So that is what resulted in the meltdowns today.
Yes.
When we try to do the first one. So it's a lot.
This is just going to be an episode, kind of like the last one.
Yeah.
Not ranting per se, but just kind of just talking about stuff, mainly to test out this new setup, this new get up.
And to make sure we're getting content out consistently.
Yes.
Because we understand that consistency is key, but we also want to.
Consistency is key.
Right. We totally could have pushed through what we did today, but it wouldn't have been good content.
No.
And we don't want to do that.
Yeah, we don't want to put out something we're not both proud of.
Right.
Yeah. Do you have anything interesting or fun you wanted to chat about for this?
Oh, yeah. I started watching Reacher.
Oh.
2 days ago.
Yeah. Shout out Alan Richardson.
Yeah. Okay. So
know him from Titans or
that is
whatever that TMNT.
He's also in Catching Fire. Remember he's one of the tributes.
Hunger Games, yeah.
It was funny. I was talking to Tasha about it. She's like, was he Kato? And I was like, no, that's the first blonde boy in the first one.
Yeah.
They do have kind of a similar build. But what is it? I'd kind of been interested in it because I think I'd watched one of the Tom Cruise versions. I don't know if he had more than one, but I know I watched one of them.
Yeah.
And I like a good, what do you call it?
Action.
What is it? Action film.
Action
actually, that is one of the things as I've gotten older that I really like good action films.
I think honestly the best arguably the best. What's a four quintuple film? Not a trilogy, but what would that be called?
Is it
I don't know.
quintuplets? I don't
I don't
remember.
know. Whatever it is, John Wick.
Yeah.
All four of those movies are masterpieces.
It's hard. It's a lot of violence.
It is, but it's like it's so good.
I mean, it is.
He killed him over a pencil.
Well, like, yes. And the fact that it's basically defending his dog.
Yeah, it started with a dog.
Yeah.
Which, he got announced he's going to be voicing Shadow the Hedgehog. Which is fulfilling my childhood dreams because I played that Shadow the Hedgehog game on the PS2, which is basically John Wick.
I'm going to just say yes.
He has a gun.
I don't know if
it's Shadow the Hedgehog.
Is that terrible? I didn't even pay attention to what he was playing.
Lego Star Wars, you did.
I did. No, I'm not saying I never paid attention to what he was playing.
Because I made her play my Lego games and then got mad at her when she said.
There's a lot of PTSD around the Lego games. And not just the Lego games. Remember this? Wait, no, that is the same one. The Star Wars Lego. That's the one where you have to do the racing. And I'm like, why are you making me do this? I'm not good at it. Like, anyhow. God, I'm so itchy. Sorry. So yeah, I saw Reacher trending, and it was, like I said, it was something I was considering maybe eventually watching. And then I saw the reason it's trending is because Alan Richards dared to say like that Trump is he didn't understand why the Christians were embracing him when he's a rapist and a con man. And now far right is boycotting him. Yeah. And he's also like, so then it was funny because like a few weeks ago I'd seen him from a clip from an interview where he was talking about having bipolar. And then there's clips of him when he was on American Idol. And I'm like, the more I learn about this guy, the more interesting he becomes. Yeah. I mean, really loved him in Titans. And I know he's very much about supporting Black Lives Matter. So I don't know. He just seems,
he's Mark. Yeah.
Yeah. He just really seems like a decent human being that actually cares about human beings. And so I was like, you know what? If people are going to boycott it, then I'm going to look into it. And then I watched the first season in 2 days. So.
Dang. How many episodes?
It's only 8 episodes. So I knocked them out. They're like 40 something minutes.
Interesting.
It was good. I like it so far. I already started season 2. And that's the good thing too, is that it's only 2 seasons right now. And I was needing something else for dopamine fix anyhow to watch. I thought about rewatching Walking Dead, but I don't know.
Yeah, I started rewatching Modern Family. That was like dopamine. It's been good so far. The weird thing is, like, I always like start these rewatches of shows, usually sitcoms, and never finish them.
Oh my god, I was just thinking about
it's because I never want them to end, but like it's just like so like it's a bad habit.
I think I was actually wanting to know the study on that, like what the psychology of that was, because I literally restarted Once Upon a Time, remember? At the there's still 2 seasons left, and that was a month ago. I just stopped watching it, and then it's not necessarily that it got bad. It wasn't great.
I still have never fully watched all of the episodes
of The Office, yeah,
because there's just some like towards the later seasons where I just don't like how they're going, and so I just skip them. And I've seen like the ending season and like the last like a few episodes for sure how they concluded it, but.
I think for me, I don't want it to finish.
No, that's exactly what it is.
It's, and like the same with Justified. I started rewatching it. Like basically when I stopped watching Once Upon a Time, I picked up Justified. And now there's only 1 season left, which is the only season I hadn't seen actually. And like just stopped watching it because I'm like, I don't want to finish it. So, I just try to make that a goal to actually finish.
Yeah.
I did just rewatch Demon Slayer and One Punch, but those were only a few seasons, so it was easier.
And also, I literally was talking about that. I started Parks and Rec again, and I have already moved on to something else.
Oh my god, I do remember that. How far in did you make it?
I got like 5 seasons, 6 seasons.
And then, okay, so basically
but I finished it. I've watched all Parks and Rec before, so that's one of the ones I've actually completed. Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically been my week. Work on the garage sale, do the garage sale, work on getting this. I'm so sorry. There was an alarm set to remind me to feed the dog, and I already did that.
Feed the dog.
So yeah, that's where I am. And then today has been a long day because we normally record in the morning, and I mean, we did, but it didn't go well. And
yeah, we've been thrown off all day.
Yeah, and then it just kind of felt like being held hostage until we could record again because of my I guess because my ADHD. It's just a thing. Whenever there's an appointment, I feel frozen.
Same.
So
until it's completed,
Yeah, we just wanted to give something to kind of touch base with, and again test out the equipment and see how everything's gonna sync up. I like the camera so far.
I do too.
Yeah. I like that I have my phone.
Up close and personal.
Sure, I don't know that.
That is nice, because we were filming on our phone.
Yeah, it's nice that I'm going to be able to have my phone. So if I want to look something up, I can do that.
Yeah.
But then now it bothers me. Like earlier we were recording, I got a phone call, which I don't know if that's even ever happened. Maybe it couldn't come through because we were actively using it to record.
Maybe.
Like, I actually don't think we did. I don't know why this time, the first time that we didn't record on it, I got a phone call during that time. But now that we're not using it, I can just put it on Do Not Disturb during that time period too.
My phone is on constant Do Not Disturb.
That's something with y'all's generation. I just saw an article recently about that.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's weird. My phone's on constant Do Not Disturb. My phone's on constant battery saver. But also, I can, customize it. I let certain things, certain people, certain apps, get notifications, but, majority of things, I have silenced.
I mean, mine's not on Do Not... I did start doing the Do Not Disturb at nighttime, except for you. Obviously, you're the only person that can go through.
I don't want to... Yeah, it's... you're yeah.
But mine's always been on silence.
Yeah, it was cool when I was younger when I first had a phone. Oh, I want a ringtone. I want a notification sound. That's annoying now. I don't even want a buzzing thing. I don't want anything. It's just it makes me feel so it gives me anxiety. That's why I think I have it on.
Well, because I have severe pathological demand avoidance. Just another thing that's
a giant word that I don't understand.
So basically, remember I told you whenever I get notifications, I get really anxious.
Oh, so I have
when somebody calls me or texts me. It's just this automatic pressure that I feel. Basically, just as I don't like being told what to do, and so I see a lot of things that even when they're just notifications, they feel like a demand.
Yeah.
And it is, I think I was talking to Natasha about this not too long ago too, just about how, when we were growing up, you had to call somebody and hope they had call waiting, meaning that if you called them, you didn't get a busy signal, you could tell if they were on the other line.
I have no idea what that means.
That's what call waiting is. So a landline, when you would call each other on it, if it rang, obviously, and they pick up, that means they're there, but they could say, hey, I'm on the other line, give me a minute, and they click over. If you don't have call waiting, all you're going to get is a busy signal. You know what a busy signal sounds like. Yeah, it's that constant beep beep thing or whatever. Beep, beep, beep. And then also because internet, when it first came out, we had dial-up. So even if someone had, I think even if they had call waiting, you could get through still. But if you didn't have it, you're going to get a busy tone because they're on the computer and it used the phone line. I think it still uses a phone line, right? Or no?
No idea.
I don't know. Either way.
Come see Clay.
Why did I start talking about that?
Phones? Notification. You got a notification to feed a dog.
Oh, well, no, I was talking about, I was just talking about, PDA and just how it's...
PDA?
Pathological demand avoidance. How...
You know what I was thinking.
Yeah, I know. A lot of, yeah.
What?
When Natasha and I were talking about how we hate how people have such easy access to us. And it's because there's easy access, they feel like they have a right to your time. And that was just not something that we experienced growing up.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm grateful for it. If you're somewhere and it's taking longer, I can text you.
Yeah.
And you can get back to me. Whereas when I went out somewhere, my parents would call us when you get there. That might be an hour before they're getting that phone call.
Yeah.
You know, whereas if it's just different. So I just think like it's interesting that maybe your generation was like, hey, I don't like this easy access either, so do not disturb.
Yeah, that's where you go.
Type of thing. That's where it all kind of stems from.
I feel like if I had anything to contribute.
No, we already no. It's not about contributing. Just like
that I wanted to talk about. I hate how much when I really care for a team, it like ruins my mood.
I feel like you're getting better.
I am. I used to be bad.
Oh my God.
Especially like being a Cowboy fan. It used to be like enraged. Like,
no. Like I can't even.
My day was ruined.
And a lot of ours were too.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
It was so loud and so bad, and you never act that way about WWE though.
Cause that's not the same thing.
I mean, you were invested when you were younger, like for sure. But no, I definitely feel like you've gotten better.
Well, yeah, because like at the end of the day, it's just a game. Like I know it's not. I don't want to say that. At the end of the day, there's more important things for my life.
Well, I mean, but like, how many videos do we see of dudes like smashing their TV because their team lost the Super Bowl or whatever? Like, and honestly, I was terrified with the way that you acted when you were younger that it would be that level. So, the fact that you probably by what? I guess by the time you went to college, that was gone.
Definitely
it wasn't so severe.
Senior years when I was like,
Yeah.
I think low-key, the sad thing was when Andy stepdad passed. I realized it put the nail in the coffin. I'm like, oh, there are bigger things to life than if your sports team loses.
Yeah.
That's just actually a general statement. Stop taking it so seriously. Like unless you're like actively a part of the team, like you work for the team, you're a player, you're a coach, etc.
Right.
You have an active hand in it. Try to find things to not let it ruin your day or your life. You know, like it shouldn't be the thing that keeps you going.
Yeah.
You know?
I will say I told him earlier I was really mad at him for getting me involved in another sport because soccer is so freaking anxiety
I'm just replacing
inducing.
football with the better football.
I mean, I like basketball better because it's the same.
I'm just saying.
It's the same pace, right? Soccer and basketball, but there's more scoring going on.
Yeah.
For basketball, so that's probably why I like it better.
Let's shout out Mavs. Let's beat the Clippers.
Oh, God,
also,
Clippers. We should have just said we don't take things seriously, but I really hate the Clippers.
Rest in peace, Derek Lively's mother. And makes me, it hurts me so much.
No, I legitimately
he has to go through that at such a young age.
I cried like so much when I saw the post, the first one.
I think it's more because like we can relate so much more because the fact he's a mixed kid, has a white mom.
He lived with his mom still.
So like it's like, and like besides the fact he's like he plays for my favorite team, you know, he's just a good guy in general. Such a happy spirit. Every time they like talked about his mom, they showed his mom, and they talked about their relationship. It was like, oh, it's cool to see that on like a bigger level,
right?
You know, and to be highlighted. To cancer too.
Also, how tall is he? Because I saw a picture. He has to be like 7 foot, right? I saw a picture of him with his mom, and you know she played college ball, so that means she was definitely on the taller side, and she looked so tiny next to him, height wise. Like, I guess I didn't realize how tall he was until I saw that picture of them standing next to each other, and I was just like, whoa. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Basketball players are tall, but so I think that's another reason why it's hard to tell. Like, you know, I always forget how tall Luka is because he kind of has a baby face. Yeah. So, like, I just forget that, like, if I stood next to him, I'd look like a little kid because I'm very short as it is. So, yeah, it looks like he's getting a lot of support from his teammates, and I hope that's true. Like, but I mean, you know what it's like to lose a parent to cancer, and so. And then also
we're this first series for Derek Lively, D-Live.
Is our first game Sunday?
Saturday. 2:30.
Yeah.
Nice, we get an afternoon game.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because the next one's like at 9 at night.
Sadly,
I won't even be. I'll be up for it, but I'll be trying to fall asleep. So
I will try to watch the first quarter
of the late game.
I will try.
No, you won't.
Said I'll try.
Dakota goes to bed earlier than me. And the only reason I won't watch it is because I know if I put it on, I'll get invested, and then it'll be midnight before I'm falling asleep.
That's probably why I'm not going to be able to.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Plus, just the second game, so I know there'll be another one afterwards.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we just wanted to do a quick, little something. It's not the most thought-provoking. But
this is what's the term? Where's the S? Like it's just like spuff, speef. I can't spaff, spliff, spot.
Are you thinking bereave?
No, fluff. I'm thinking fluff, and I thought it started with the S.
Super fluff?
Super fluff?
I don't know. I was trying to help you out because S.
Super Y?
Super what?
He's super Y. I'm tired.
Yeah, same. But anyhow, we'll be back to regularly scheduled programming next week.
Yeah.
And there will be more substance. Is that what? Well, no. The substance isn't the word you were looking for. But will there be more substance in next week's episode? Yeah, this is the opposite. It is fluff, yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking of.
I don't know. Let's go Mavs?
Let's go Mavs.
For real.
MFFL. Wherever.
Yeah. And I guess we'll see you next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love you.
I love you.
To the back.
To the back.
To the back.
To the back. Podcast.